Ladies and gentlemen, my voice cracked crazy. Welcome to Tournament 30. We hit the big 3-0 of OMEGA³ upper limits for the 30th time, and that is visual. My name is Caleb Cole-Cloud, and I will be your host for this evening, and as per usual, we have rated among stats. Last week, of all people, Zak Stolz was your last man standing. He got the best result, getting all the way to the back half of stage 7. He failed on the altitude. But no final and no content. Isabella Folsom, of course, is your women's champion. Gardielski is again your chattership. But again, no final, no content. So the jackpot increases even higher to $2,080,000. So it's going to keep increasing exponentially as this era goes on without a content. We're not going to waste any more time and kick off stage 1 right now. There we go. And I forgot there's a pause button in OBS now. Long story short, in the aftermath of OMEGA² a new universe was discovered. So for stage 1, we go back to where it all began, or at least what's left of it. Stage 1 is a newly adjusted Ruins of Arcadia. It consists of 7 obstacles and is a speed stage. First is Icarus Glider from Proto-Software. It is... Competitors build up momentum on the start platform and jump to a ring, using the momentum to move the ring up in a slightly ascending track, having to dismount to a balance line. It can be difficult. Rocket Launcher, also from Proto-Sasuke. Inspired by the kids and mature kids version of Monstro Swing. 2 rocket holds attached to long, preloaded, swinging arms. New obstacle in Cane Hop, which is a power tower style track that the competitor hops a crane up with protrusions to prevent the cane from sliding back down. It's for the Sharp Tank. Another new obstacle in Log Runner. Wherever the heck it is. There it is. From A&W, competitors run across 4 spinning horizontal logs that slightly ascend. And replacing Accelerator is its more difficult counterpart from Ultimate Beastmaster, the Ejector. The Ejector. Competitors time to jump off a very fast forward-moving treadmill. It's from Ultimate Beastmaster. Directly into Double Dip. Or Double Dipper. From A&W, created by Hannah Willie. A double version of Big Dipper, competitors ride a bar down 2 curved tracks with a large transfer between bars. So essentially, A&W's version of the Dragon Glider. And finally, Alcatraz Escape. 3 walls. It is from Muso. First you go over, the second you go through with a little tiny gap near the top, and the last one you go over with a metal bar near the top. Time limit of 70 seconds. Top 75 advanced to round 2. 25 eliminations this time around, so if you're in the bottom 25 by the end of this, you're out.
Oh wait, the graphics don't correlate with the cores. The cores and graphics are different.
It is?
Yeah, Dipper Pendulum, Double Dipper.
Oh, you're right, because I forgot to save it. Yeah. I will be right back. I'm gonna fix this stuff. I sincerely apologize about this. Alright, we're back, and oh my god, OBS has a pause button now. So I can actually do stuff. Stage 1 is about to kick off finally. With 5-time finalists, I believe, from Sasuke. The captain himself, Makoto Nagano. Oh, he just times out on a... What do you mean first? Oh, out. 1. Making his Omega debut, believe it or not, is the only man with a perfect attendance record in Sasuke. The GOAT, Shingo Yamamoto. Never mind. Immediately taken out of it by Icarus Glider. Next, we have the salesman Yuji Urashihara making his 14th appearance in Omega. And he is our first clear. First. T.S. Noirel, we haven't seen. This dude was absent last week, no, to be fair. Missed on Icarus Glider. And he just times out on the last wall of Alcatraz's escape. Look at that. 700s short. That stings. Making his 10th appearance in Omega, my co-host, Vennykins. Ooh, 2 misses on IG, and he's bested by the ejector. Will the third time be the charm for Jessie Graff? Wonder Woman herself, making her first appearance since the end of Omega 1, and she's out of it on the Icarus Glider. Hey, Shingo's not last. Another debutant in Aileron Ben David, and I apologize for any visual errors or mispronounced names you might see or hear throughout this broadcast. I feel the need to say that every tournament. Aileron Ben David. Ooh, rocket launcher taking him out of it. 5th out of 7, not the best spot. Making his 20th appearance, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Easily takes the lead from the salesman. From the Shrims, starting with Gal. Tested by Double Dipper. Another debutant and Xander Slager. Believe it or not, this is the first time in a very long time that we have a debutant who's also a chatter. Which is crazy to me. Slager is bested by the Cane Hawk. 7th out of 10. Another debutant, Cameron Stowe. Ooh, miss on AE on Wall 2 just cost them. You have a big old block of debutants. Austin Barron next. Oh! Save on the first wall of AE. And he misses on the third one, and that cost him. 3rd out of 12. Good spot, decent spot to be in. Yuta Yamashita next. Never mind! Rocket launcher. Takes out the Kyoto student. Kyoto University student. From the Beckstrand, making his 5th appearance in Omega, Luke Beckstrand. He was absent last week. He came to play. He takes 2nd from the salesman. And look at that. Nagano still in the top 5. Which is very impressive. My other co-host of Omega, Donovan Lusser. A miss on IG, but he gets all the way to the log runner. And he's again denied a new personal best. 10th out of 16. 10th out of 15. Not in the top, not in the bottom 5 yet. Former finalist Enzo De Ferrari Wilson, EDF, making his 19th appearance. And he easily takes 1st place by just under a 2nd from Yoshi. Making your 15th appearance, Nora Brown John. Oh, rough run for the former women's champion. Saving on rocket launcher, but she fails on the cane. We haven't seen this person in over 10 weeks. Tamaki Sakai, making her 2nd appearance. And she's bested by the ejector. I know for a fact that those stats are incorrect. So let me fix them. She's only made 1 appearance. And her personal best in Tournament 17 is first obstacle in Stage 2. And she is bested by the ejector. A lot more difficult than it looks. Karsten Williams, haven't seen him in over a month. Saving on the cane hop, but he's bested by the ejector. The first time since the beginning of this era. Check her personal best real quick. Personal best is 1.2. There we go. Chatter Amber Rodriguez. Never mind. Again, can't get past the first few obstacles. Ryan Atkins, making his first attempt in Omega 3, just getting into the top 5. Takes the number 5 spot from Nagano. Christian Balkheimer running next, making his first attempt in Omega 3. Bested by the ejector. See a lot of fails there. As said, Oddsman. Rocket launcher. It's tough. A lot tougher than it looks. Sheer Shrimp. Oh.
Yeah, the butters failed both in the same spot.
Wow. That's rough. Running next, Jordan Cowart. We've seen this dude in several weeks. Tested by the ejector. Again, take a fat guess as to what's going to be the killer of this stage this week. And oh my god, his last appearance and his personal best was in Tournament 26. He's 29-26. Ben Behrens takes the number 5 spot. David Bergstrom right, making his first attempt in OMEGA3. A save on ejector and a fail on double dipper. Sasuke finalist. Kunda. Just denied top 5 spot. Former all-time progress record holder for Chatters, making his 26th appearance. He does have the double pair, 29-29. Jack Andrews is bested by the rocket launcher after a miss on Icarus Glide as well. Giovanni Lopez running next. Never mind. Another Chatter taken out by the Icarus Glide. Evan Andrews. Save an IG and fail in the ejector. Former semifinalist, 2-time AEW champion, Daniel Gill. And Kingdom Ninja takes number 3 from Luke Beckstrand. I believe his brother Kai. I believe his relative Kai is running next. Content creator, I believe he's a member of Ninja Kids, if I recall correctly.
He's a member of the Ninja Kids.
Yes. Ashton Myler. Save on Cane Hop, but a fail on the log runner. 22nd out of 33, not the spot you want to be in. There are 25 eliminations. Evan White running next. He was absent last week. Oh, just misses out in the top 5. A debut. Look at this. A debutant who's a chatter who hails from Trinidad and Tobago. And no, that's not me. Caleb Price. Save on the rocket launcher and a fail on log run. 24th out of 35. Again, not the spot you want to be in. Nathaniel Hunvo running next. Save on Cane Hop. Fail on the log runner. A lot more fails on that option. So, this dude, the almost Sasuke 40 finalist, Keitaro Yamamoto. Saving on the IG, but failing on ejector. Well, how many times do you think we're going to be saying that in this broadcast? We haven't seen this dude in a while, actually. Believe it or not. Last time we saw it was in Tournament 25. Making his 19th appearance, former semifinalist, former AEW finalist, Max Sagamore. Ooh, a bit of a rough run there. First half especially. Saving on rocket launcher and on Cane Hop. He takes the number 3 spot from fellow AEW finalist Daniel Gill. Isaiah Thomas. Saving on rocket launcher. He takes the top 3 spot from Gearmore. As soon as he got it, he lost it. And despite what that name says, it's D. Render making his 10th appearance in Omega. Congrats to him. Fortunately, it's cut short by the rocket launcher. Yuri Prokinin, I believe he's the sole rep of Russia this tournament. Making his 22nd appearance. He wants to become a 5-time semifinalist. That's a good start. Denied the number 3 spot by 800. Second. Close. Texas Ninja Vance Walker. Save on Alcatraz escape. He takes number 7. Jake McClintock running next. Appearance number 14. He takes number 6. Chris Deganji, former best debutant. I believe that was in tournament 26. Oh, and he times out on a half a second. Chris Deganji, 15th out of 44. No, not good enough to move on yet. He was he was best debutant in tournament 25. And then he did even better apparently in tournament 26. James McGrath, beast. Got up for 13th. Making his first attempt in OMEGA3, Gavin White. Best by ejector. Another debutant in Luke Kemmerer. Ejector. Former women's champion. She's done it 3 times. She's one of only 3 female semifinalists in Omega. Riley Porter. 13th. Probably good enough to move on. Yeah, definitely good enough to move on. Duncan Murray, another debutant. Ooh, a save on Kane Hobbing, best by Double Dipper. Rough run there for the debutant. 25th out of 49, not close to good enough to move on. Close to the bubble, but not quite there. He was absent last week, making his 10th appearance. The Faux Dragon, Hurricane Casillas. Missed on Icarus Glider, and he bested on Double Dipper. Just below the bubble. Needs one person to do worse than him in order to move on. Simon Bruna, making his 2nd attempt in OMEGA3. Oh, he's there. Of course, it's changed a lot. Ejector. I believe Kane's moving on. Colton Skuster. Seen him in a few weeks. Oh, number 11 out of 52. He's definitely moving on. Getting a new personal best. Alcatraz escape. Gets a save on that. Save right at the end. Next, former LWS, Addie Herman. Oh, with 2 seconds left. Less than 2 seconds. In the top 20, though. Oh, the worst time. Yeah, definitely the worst time out of the 18 clears so far. Sandro Scheibler running next. Save on Log Runner, but he's bested by Double Dipper. Good enough to move on, though. Donovan Matoyer. 18th out of 55. I just realized that this man has the wrong name. Fix that really quick. There we go. Jackson Twait. Trying to get back to stage 3. It's a good start. He's going to stage 2 for sure. Olivia Vivian. We haven't seen her since tournament 26. How will she fare? Of course, it's changed a little bit since then. Good enough. Top 20. Akshra Papu. She was your former last woman standing in tournament 23. But she's bested by the rocket launcher, and that might not be good enough to move on. And considering how stacked the back half of this roster is, things are not looking good for her. Caden Lebsack, he was absent last week. And he takes the top 3 spot from Thomas. Mr. Musso, Philip Scott. Never mind, rocket launcher. That is a bit of a shocker. We're nearing, slowly but surely, nearing the point where we're going to start seeing eliminations. James Sanella. Ooh, 44th out of 61. May not be good enough yet. Save on Kane. Anton Fomenko. He fails the log run. Former another one of Omega's only female semifinalists, Taylor Green. I forgot to mention, Olivia Vivian was one of them as well. And in the 15th appearance in Omega, she takes 11th on the leaderboard for the moment. Charlie Ball. Despite the miss on Icarus Glider and a save on Kane Hop, he clears with even worse time than I forgot who it was.
Nora Brown John.
Nora Brown John. Former LCS, Fabian Scheibner. Come on, Fabi. Double dipper. Hey, it's already been 15 minutes. It's been 20, Jesus. Leon Sharif running next. Making his 24th appearance. Failing on double dipper. Cody Benaway running next. Saving on an AE. Getting himself into 13th. Jalisa Himka. Ooh, not looking good. Okay, fail in the rocket launch. This man has the 2969 spot. Nice. The winner man, the man who beat Mountain Beetlejuice, Joe Moravsky. He saves on Log Runner and clears with a top 20 worthy time. Although 20 out of 26 is not great. Papal Ninja Sean Bryan, Pro Sasuke champion. One of the most successful competitors in Shatters in Omega's history. His 20th appearance, and he takes 19th place. Oops. And this was the last man into the roster, Josiah Pipel. Saving on AE, and he takes second from Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, but Enzo's still on top. Farthest fastest wins $10,000. Jun Sato. First, ooh. A miss on Icarus Glider, and he still clears with his second round. First time we've seen him in multiple weeks. Whatever. Jun Sato, 29th out of 72, definitely moving on. Kyle Soderman. This is where we get to the former semifinalists. Jun Sato and Josiah Pipel are both former semifinalists. We're going to be seeing all of them in this era. He's 19. Kyle Soderman takes 13. With 8.5 seconds left. Joseph Meissner running next. Oh, 3 seconds left. Former Shatters champion Kai Diol. In their 25th appearance, takes 9th place after a save on double dipper. Wow! That is impressive for Shatters. Star of Yamagata, Tatsuya Tada. And the first elimination is Giovanni Lopez. And are they at Shatters?
Oh yeah, they're at Shatters.
Lopez is out of it. He is your first Shatter eliminated. 17 remain. Rodriguez on the bubble. Aaron Majayakomo. Carson Williams is guaranteed to move on. Majayakomo running next. Takes 4th. Eliminates Amber Rodriguez. And they are at Shatter. Yes.
Yeah, they're at Shatter.
Shatter, and they putting us down to single-digit women. 16 Shatters left. Jessica Graf is on the bubble. We're about to lose another one. Max Feinberg. Oh, 71st. Good enough to eliminate Graf, putting us down to 8 Shatters. Definitely not the return that one Norman won. Damn, Shingo's on the bubble. Ballheimer's guaranteed to move on. Salaryman Ryosuke Miyaoka. 17th place, good enough to eliminate Shingo. Sorry, Emily. Put D-Render on the bubble. Shatter's champion from last week, Ethan Gardielski. But he's bested by the ejector. 15th place is good enough to move on then. Eliminating D-Render, putting us down to... what was it just that? 15. Hans Hertz, making the 15th appearance in Omega, 26th place. And good enough to eliminate Ellerin Ben David. 8 debutants left. Bill Scott's on the bubble. Damn. For the first time in around a month and a half, I think, Lloyd Fortier is on the course. 19th, good enough to eliminate Mr. Musso. 14 shadows remain. Senor, here we get to the part of the roster that's been to the back half of Stage 7. Senor Samuels. Feinberg's on the bubble. He is eliminated. Samyon's nearly getting into the top 10. Andrews on the bubble. Clement Gravier eliminates Jack Andrews. 13 remain. SN Oxman on the bubble. The women's champion from last week. Surprise, surprise, it's Isabella Folsom. 20th place, good enough to eliminate Oxman. Put Yamashita on the bubble. Omega-3's inaugural last man standing, Amir Malik. This on Icarus Glider. And he clears, but 8,200s left. Eliminates Yamashita, puts Himka on the bubble. Gavin Obi, 2-time LMS. He takes the lead from Enzo. By
I
a
would
third.
say in Worlds, Gavin Obi just popped off. Like, he just got very fast times.
Yeah. Holy crap. By a third of a second, he takes Enzo's lead. Eliminates Himka. There's down to 7 women left. Axra Papu got eliminated as well. The only other man, we'll get to the people who have reached the final obstacle of Stage 7 or farther. There's only 2. Sam Folsom. Never mind! He's taken out by the first obstacle. That is a shocker. The man who faced the Phoenix is now bested by the first obstacle. It's not bode well for our only finalist in this era, Jackson Erdos. Of course, he takes 4th, eliminates Oxtra Papu, putting us down to 6. Xander Slager is on the bubble. And number 90 is our top 10 from last week. As we all know who's going to be at number 3,000. Asa Reynolds. Ooh, he takes first. By over a second. Wow. Eliminates Xander Slager. Debutant and a chatter. 7 debutants, 12 chatters. Norbound John's on the bubble. Damn. Kevin Rodriguez. K-Raw. Nearly beats the Claxon. Eliminates Norbound John. 5 women left. Donovan Lusher is on the bubble. Kai Dexter. Saving on Ejector and on AE. Eliminating Lusher. 6 chatters remain. No, that's Debutant. Whoops. 11 chatters. Caleb Price on the bubble. We're going to lose another one. Phil Folsom. Avenges his relative Sam. Eliminates Caleb.
Sam is Phil's brother.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Sam is married to Isabella. I think Isabella, the Phil brother-in-law to Isabella. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Phil's out of it. So now it's just the married couple. Myler's on the bubble. Next is Evan Andrews, guaranteed to move on. Technician Tyler Smith. Nails on the ejector, good enough to move on and eliminate Myler. Your best debutant from last week, if you're wondering why he wasn't number 51, it's because he was in the top 10 in his debut appearance. Benjamin Reichman. Nails on the ejector, good enough to move on though. Eliminating Honvo. Flamenco's on the bubble. Making his 25th appearance in Omega, Yusuke Morimoto. Takes 11th, eliminates Flamenco, puts Sanella on the bubble. Here comes the inaugural champ, Jay Lewis. Miss on Icarus Glider, just manages to clear. Eliminates Sinella. Benny Kins is again just gonna miss out on stage 2. That is genuinely depressing.
And Jordan Coward is next too.
Oh, Jordan Coward, yeah. Jordan Coward and Tamaki Sakai are gonna miss out. Unless we see a choke from one of these three. Current #1 ninja in the world, if I recall correctly. Noah Munia.
Yeah, he's a ninja. Oh my god!
Oh no! Huh?
What happened? What happened?
A rough run from start to finish, a save on Rocket Glider, launcher, a save on Cane Hop, and a fail on Log Runner. He's in 77. He's already out of it.
Ow. Oh.
We've lost Phil Folsom and Noah Munier in stage 1.
See what Sam Folsom not though.
Sam Folsom, sorry. Oh my god. Somehow your last man standing from last week, Zak Stolz, making his 15th appearance. He does. Oh, Luke Kemmer is guaranteed to move on. Fails as Zak Stolz fails on the ejector. The only man to reach the back half of the course last week. Unfortunately, Benny Kins is out of it. Single-digit shatters. Jordan Cowart is on the bubble as well. And here comes the champ at number 3,000. The #1 ninja fails on Log Runner. That's crazy. And is immediately eliminated. At number 3,000, your most recent, your second champion of Omega, A&W champion, Baby Berkey, Caleb Bergstrom. 8th place eliminates Cowart, and Tamaki Sakai just moves on. So let's have a look at stage 1's clear overview. Really quick.
Wanna feel good.
Once I can skip this ad, thank you. That end of stage 1 was a bit of a shocker. We lost a Folsom and Noah Munoz in stage 1. Nearly have a 50-50 clear rate. And look at that, Nagano moves on. We have 3 Sasuke champions in stage 2, by the way. Nagano, Yuji, Yusuke. That's actually cool. How many debutants left? I completely forgot to make this. Both of the Shrims, if I recall. Yes. Both of the Shrims. Cameron Stowe, Austin Barron.
Oh yeah, I think Shingo was also a debutant. You didn't list him on the roster.
Shingo. Yeah.
Wait, so Shingo, the Shin. Oh yeah. And
Shingo's out of it.
You got Kamaru. Yeah. You got who moved on? Did Duncan Murray move on? Wait, what option? Did Duncan Murray move on?
Duncan
He's number
Murray.
49.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So his cutoff was
Ejected.
ejected. Okay. Other than that, there were no chatters in the back half of the roster.
So there were chatters.
Or no debutants. Sorry.
No debutants in the back half of the roster. So I'm kind of.
So in terms of chatters, we lost a lot. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, Andrews is out of his bag. Yeah. McGrath. CS finally moves on to stage 2. Toyer. Bobby. Morovsky. Sean Bryan. Agiol. Gardios. 8 chatters left. Supposedly 5 women. Sakai moves on. What else we got? Riley Porter, Addie Herman, Olivia Vivian, and of course, Isabella Fulton. Nagano makes stage 2, but Noah Munier doesn't. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm surprised 75 people made it past obstacle 4. Yeah, that we had a 40. We nearly had a 50-50 clear rate, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna kick off stage 2 in a moment. In this parallel universe, there are certain places that are similar but not identical to the ones we remember, including, of course, a certain revamp of a test of the brain. Stage 2, Manjo Maze, Mark 2. Consists of 7 obstacles and a memory-based stage, mental-based stage, mental and stamina. Time limit is 434 seconds. First is Glass Maze, self-explanatory. You feel your way through a glass maze. First of the crossroads, either Rope Labyrinth, which is a much easier version of the rope maze, and the rope is on a zip line, making it significantly easier to traverse. Or Alphabet Parlay. What is 3 before E? The B. That's what that is. Then you must run a 1/5 of a mile to the next decision. Pull Maze, Oscar. Or Tactical Parlay, 2-digit subtraction equation. Another 1/5 of a mile to Hawkeye Road. Hawkeye, but with 3 progressively larger cylinders, and a rope climb after each one. Another 1/5 of a mile. One more 1/5 of a mile, you must run to the last split decision. Pad Maze from Cunningham's Cookout Classic, or Memory Tower. Tower with booby traps from Ninja Warrior Friends. And then the Spider Maze. Jumping spider to a short spider climb and spider drop. Then a zigzag spider maze, spider climb. And then 2 heavy doors reminiscent of the spider trap. And finally, daggers. Behind the conveyor belt, there are 8 gates in front of you. For each one, you must solve a 2-digit addition or subtraction equation. If you answer one correctly, the gate opens, you move on to the next one. If you answer one incorrectly, you will get a 10-second penalty. That will be costly. Time limit, 434 seconds. You clear this, you win $50,000. Not farthest fastest wins $5,000. Top 55 advance. Bottom 20 are out. Eliminations this time around. And we are going to kick off stage 2 right now with Makoto Nagano. His inaugural attempt on OMEGA3, he reached stage 3. Only fair tonight. Oh, he times out on the Spider Maze. Salesman, Yuji Urushihara. Save on Rope Labyrinth. Save on Gate 1. Incurs a 10-second penalty on Gate 2. Times out on Gate 4. Matthias Myrell. This man beaten cyberspace before. Not tonight. He times out on Gate 1 of Pythagoras. He does refresh some stamina. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, the ace of the Black Tigers. Yamada, I'm sure, watching from the sidelines. Oh! If it wasn't for those 2 10-second penalties, he may have cleared. Or at least gotten close. Time's on at Gate 5. Gal Shrim. Never mind, he's bested by Alphabet Parlay. Cameron Stowe, next. He's bested by the Pole Maze. Austin Barron. Well, hold on, Spider Maze. Okay. 4th out of 7. Come the back strands versus Luke. Oh, that's by the Peg Maze. Cunningham strikes again. Damn. EDW Enzo running next. Oh! Timing out on the run to Gate 6. Tamaki Sakai moves on to stage 2, but Nora Brown John does not. Kelsey Farah on Manjo Maze. Not great. Bested by Hawkeye Road. 8th out of 10. Not a great spot. 20 eliminations. Carson Williams Coming out on the Spider Maze. Ryan Atkins running next. First attempt on Manjo Maze. On any version. He is bested by Peg Maze. Damn. Cunningham taking heads. Christian Baldheimer. Oh, the zigzag Spider Maze. Sheer Shrim. Oh, Memory Tower. I just realized both of the Shrims move on, but apparently Eshed Oxman didn't. Which is crazy. I'm not familiar with these things. Move on to Ben Barons. Ooh. Any stats on the Shrims, by the way? Radium?
Okay, let's see. I know for Gal, he actually got the Mega Wall twice in Ninja Israel 5, and I think, let's see, there, and I also got that Gal Shrimp in Worlds. He also got that long bogey with Shay.
Oh. Okay. Must be pretty big names.
Yeah, big names. They're even considered like probably one of the best Israeli half ninjas. Yeah.
They're, like, you gotta believe they're very strong. David Bergstrom right, meanwhile. Based by the zigzag climb. Spider Maze. Kondo running next. Based by the Peg Maze. Evan Andrews making his first attempt on OMEGA3. He's bested by Hawkeye Road. Is in the bottom 5. As is Barons, Sakai, Stowe, and Gaussrin. Kingdom Ninja Daniel Gill. Oh, he reaches Pythagoras. First person to get there in a while. He is timed out on gate 1. Evan White. In 15 appearances, he's bested by the Peg Maze. Damn. Keitaro Yamamoto. Also bested by Hawkeye Road after he makes a save on it early. Although, to be fair, when in his attempt on Viking, he failed on the first Marine stage, so he did not reach that obstacle. And he wasn't even around when he attempted. He was on Viking too. Knox Agarmore. Bested by the Spider Maze. Meanwhile, Isaiah Thomas. Ooh, oh! 6th place so far. Top 5 still stands. Yoshi, Yuji, Enzo, Narelle, Gil. That could change with Yuri Proknin. And it will! Proknin takes 3rd place and is stopped on gate 6. Takes Daniel Gill out of the top 5. Vance Walker. Oh! Vance takes 1st with the drop of a dime. Gate 8 is insane. 20. By the way, 29 appearances in Omega. He's only missed 1 tournament. Clinton. By gate 2, Pythagoras after saving on the Spider Trap segment of the Spider Maze. Chris DeGanji. Never mind. 26 out of 27. McGrath. Ooh, 6th place. Saving on gate 3, but he does time out on the run to gate 4 by a 3rd of a second. Gavin White. He reaches Pythagoras. Coming out on the run to gate 2. Luke Kemmerer. He's definitely timing out on the Spider Maze. Riley Porter. Oh, hold on. The run to gate 6. Very impressive. Duncan Murray. Very tall, bested by Hawkeye Road. For a new personal best, Kane Casillas must beat the first crossroad. Can he? Yes. In fact, he reaches the Spider Maze. Damn. 15th out of 33. Again, he is right below the bubble. Only like 2 spots. It is close. Simon Bruno. Next. We haven't seen him since the beginning of this era. And it's his 10th appearance. Just gotta beat the first crossroad. Can he? Yes! Pegmaze. 2.5 is his new personal best. 22 out of 34, though. It's not looking good for him at the moment. Colton Skewster. This is Pythagoras. Stopped on gate 1. He will move on. 13th out of 35. Addie Herman next. Never mind. Rope Labyrinth. She will not take last by a second. Sandro Scheibler running next. Saving on Alphabet Parlay. He does incur a 10-second penalty and it costs him the rest of his time on gate 2 of Pythagoras. Matoya. Ninja saving on Hawkeye Road, but his time bested by the Spider Trap segment of the Spider-Mans. 16th out of 38, he will be moving on. Wait. Saving on Hawkeye Road, he's bested by the Pegmaze. Oh, that's not good. Just out of the top 10, but he's got to be out of the bottom. Just out of the bottom 10, sorry, but he's got to be out of the bottom 20 in order to move on. Vivian. Saving on the Sea of Poles. Stretches her stamina, but she times out on the Spider-Man. Lepsack. Oh, multiple saves. Oh, rough run on Memory Tower. Saves on a few of the ledges. And then he's back to play the shells. Taylor Green. Saving on Pegmaze, but she's timed out on Pythagoras. Specifically gate 2. Pressure's already on with Charlie Ball. Ooh, saving on gate 1, but he times out on gate 2. He is in the top 10 for the moment, though. Fabian Scheibner. Fabi's bested by Tactical Parlay. Tactical Parlay. He is in the bottom 5, so not looking great for, Chatter. The old Sharif. Save on Hawkeye Road, but he is bested by Pegmaze. Not good enough for him to move on yet. Needs to be 2 more spots higher to pass the bubble. Cody Benaway. Oh, I think that is good enough. Move on, definitely. 9th appearance. Just in the top 20. Timing out on the Spider Trap segment of the Spider-Mans. 1800s away from Pythagoras. Weatherman. Yep, Weatherman. Joe Moravsky. When he's stopped, he gets a 10-second penalty on gate 1. Times out on gate 2 of Pythagoras. Sean Bryan. On Hawkeye Road. Times out on the Spider-Mans. Zigzag. Semi-finalist now. Pell. Oh, gate 8. So close. Somehow that's only good enough for 3rd. Pell and Vance are tied for the lead in terms of progress. Jun Sato has beaten Cyberspace before, and this is essentially a mix of that and Scalding Shores, the first 2 stages of OMEGA³. And essentially just did that and slapped the name Mandro Maze on. Sato fails on Hawkeye Road. Not in the bottom 10, but that is a rough spot to be in. Halfway between the bottom of the leaderboard and the bubble. Soderman. Refreshes his stamina before he times out on Pythagoras. Yeah, he did reach it though. Meissner. Clear so far. Coming out on the zigzag line. Kai Diol. Oh, Hawkeye Road. is in the bottom 10. I don't know if he'll be able to recover from that. Tatsuya Tada. Star of Yamagata. Save on Memory Tower on the warp wall. Not the first time that's happened. He did have a bit of a scare like that in tournament 40, I think it was. Yeah, it was 40. Times out on Pythagoras on gate 1. Giacomo. Save on Spider Wall. Times out on the zigzag climb. Flying in the top 20. Salaryman. Miyaoka. Ooh, gate 6. Very impressive. And he eliminates Gal Shrimp. I believe that means both of the Shrimps are out of it.
I think Shay made it further. I think he made it to Crossroad 3 through Pythagoras.
Oh.
Yeah, 3.
Let's see. He is currently not in the bottom 5. Addie Herman's on the bubble. Olivia Vivian's guaranteed to move on. Ethan Gardiolski rang next. Fails once on the warp wall, but he fails on the spider drop of the spider maze. Good enough to move on though and eliminate Addie Herman. 4 women left. Deganji is on the bubble. Hans Hertz. Time's out on the run to gate 2. We may not get a clear. Ganji's out of it. Scheitner's on the bubble. Rest in peace is problem. Like, not bad. Like Fortia. Oh, maybe. Oh! Save on gate 1. If it wasn't for that 10-second penalty on gate 6 or gate 3, he would not have timed out on gate 6. Definitely good enough to eliminate Fabi. 7 chatter slaps. Yep, that's right there. Cameron Stowe is on the bubble. That is a debutant. Samyaks may be the man to eliminate. And he will. Save on Memory Tower. Just manages to reach the spider maze before failing on the jump. Eliminates Cameron Stowe, putting us down to 5 debutants left. Tamaki Sakai is finally on the bubble. Clement Gravier may be the man to eliminate her. And he easily does. A save on the peg maze and on the spider trap segment of the spider maze. Stopped by gate 5 of Pythagoras, eliminating Sakai. Down to 3 women left. Keitaro Yamamoto is on the bubble. I believe it's the women left are Folsom, Vivian, and
Riley Porter.
Riley Porter. Speaking of which, Isabella Folsom. Oh no! Hawkeye Road eliminates. Okay, we lose a Folsom in stage 1. We lose a Folsom in stage 2. So we're about to lose Isabella, which means we will have a new women's champion. She will not retain her championship. Oh boy. And she is probably not in the bottom 5 yet. Amir Malik. Ileon Sharif now guaranteed to move on. Keitaro is out of it. He cannot catch a break on this first 2 stages. Malik. On the warp wall. On the spider walk. Eliminates Duncan Murray. He's a debutant. 4 left. And Andrew's on the bottom. Now Isabella Folsom's on the bottom 5. So is Jun Sato. Oh boy. What a mighty have fallen. And then Andrew's on the bubble. Leon Sharif still guaranteed to move on. Gavin Obi running next. Tested by the spider maze. Eliminates Andrews. He wasn't a chat. I think I'm getting confused with Jack.
It's not a chatter. Yeah, you're coming back. It's no Jack.
Kai Dill's on the bubble. Jackson Erdos running next. Spider Maze. Good enough to eliminate Kai Diol. 6 shatters remaining. Ben Barron's on the bubble. Top 10 from last week. Asa Reynolds. Saving Hawkeye Road. Coming out on gate 3. Eliminates Barron's, puts Sato on the bubble. Losing these big names this early is crazy. I mean, it's guaranteed to happen when you have a roster this stacked. K-Rod running next. Maybe about to eliminate Jun Sato. He will, but K-Rod may be about to be eliminated next. Or at least after Isabella Folsom's eliminated. Maybe by the hands of Kai Beckstrand as his brother Luke is on the bubble. Never mind! Kai Beckstrand's out on Alphabet Parlay. And once again, Luke Beckstrand outlasts his relative. Yes, this is turn
brother,
30.
yeah. Kai and Luke are brothers.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure. Once again, Luke Beckstrand outlasts his brother. Rough night for the families. Phil Folsom. Here come the Folsoms. What's left of them. Oh, gate 8. Third person to reach that tonight. Phil Folsom eliminates his sister-in-law. Or his in-law. I don't know. Eliminates Isabella Folsom. We will have a new women's champion. K-Rod's on the bubble. Kane Lemsack guaranteed to move on. Technician Tyler Smith. Bring next. Coming out on gate 3. Good enough to eliminate K-Rod. Put Kondo on the bubble. Kane Lemsack guaranteed to move on. Still, last week's best debutant, Benjamin Weichman. Never mind. Rope Labyrinth takes out another member of the top 10. Yusuke Morimoto. Ooh, gate 5. It is good enough to eliminate Kondo. Put Sear Shrim on the bubble. Now they're about to be out of it. 26th appearance in Omega for Jay Lewis. Gate 5, sorry. Good enough to eliminate Shrim. Last of the Shrim, putting us down to 3 debutants. I still can't believe this man's $29.99. Zak Stolz. Simon Bruno's still guaranteed to move on. Okay, yeah, still guaranteed. Zak Stolz. Never mind, Pole Mace. Lost for $29.99. Here comes the champ. Number 3,000, Caleb Bergstrom. Did he just clear? No, he didn't. Gate 7. Jackson Twait is out of it. Ryan Atkins just moves on to stage 3. Let me close that. There we go. And let me skip an ad so we can look at the clear overview. If my math is correct, we should be down to 6 chatters, 3 women, and 3 debutantes. Let's see. Chatters first. Baron is all get up. Graf, Casillas, Latoya, Morovsky, Ryan, Gardiolski. Am I missing one? Or I think.
Yeah, well, and I don't think you're missing. Yeah, I think that's correct.
And the women that are left. It is Vivian, Riley Porter, and Taylor Green. One of these 3 will be your new women's champion. And I completely forgot to mention the killer of the first stage was Ejector. Go figure. Killer of the stage, Spider-Man. Probably because of timeouts. 28 people reach Pythagoras. Debutants left. Austin Barron. Luke Kemmerer. Pretty sure I'm missing.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. Give me
Barron. Luke Kemmerer. Pretty sure I'm missing.
Okay.
the shrimps are out.
Yes.
And Cameron still is not on the clears.
Yeah.
And we watched our 2 debuting shadows, and we watched Shingo. Yeah, I think it's the 2 of them are left.
Oh, it's just those 2. 2 debutants left. Oh, this is what it comes down to. Austin Barron or Luke Kemura will be your best debutant of OMEGA³. We are a quarter of the way through this course. Stage 3 in a moment. This world, like any other, has its landmarks. It has its highs, and it has its lows. But this particular place is the highest peak, or peaks, rather, of them all. Stage 3 is Mount Borealis and Mount Betelgeuse. Welcome to Twin Peaks. Mount Borealis consists of 9 obstacles, no time limit for obvious reasons. It is a 3rd stage upper body burnout gauntlets, the ultimate burnout gauntlet. Devil Steps from Sasuke. Window Hang from, I believe, Muso? No, A&W. 5 frames with only a thin hand ledge on each side. Arrow Jumps from Proto Sasuke. Donkey Teeth from... I'm gonna check... Sharp Tank. 6 big holes placed in the semicircles that their teeth extend from a jaw. Cornus Alley from Super Ninja. 2 rectangular prisms, and then a series of cliffhanger ledges at various angles. Kicking off the back half is the Flying S-Grabs from Sasuke Nitro. It is similar to the first half of Fallout. Competitors must use the switch grips on either one hand on one side and one hand on the other side of a blockade to make 7-foot crochets. Next is the Heartbreaker. 3 vertical boards, 2 horizontal boards, and a 2.2 meter jump at the end. Monster Climb from the Gauntlet. Series of crazy cliffhanger style jumps varying length across 2-inch thick ledges. Finally, Articuno, which is a buff version of the Ice Picks. And then there's Mount Beetlejuice. Ring Turn from A&W. Ring Turn is 2 large rings that must be turned until the notch reaches the top line of the competitor's swing to the next ring. The Cubes, that 1 Rubik's Cube-based obstacle from A&W. Wingnut Alley EX from Musa. I believe it's 5 sets of Wingnuts. 5 Wingnuts with direction changes and mid-air rotations. Nail Clipper from A&W. Tick-Tock Clock, which is 3 crazy clocks. And each of which is followed by a hanging circle pendulum, the second hanging circle spins. Beetle Swarm. Type that quickly. Which is I believe the elite female version?
Yeah, it's the elite female.
Okay. Competitors swing across the handle 3 beetle-shaped boards. The first is already freely swinging, but the second and third start horizontal, requiring the athlete to reach over the handle to the other side so that can fully swing. From WNL. Monstro Inverter, which is a mix of Monster Climb and Inverter. 4 spinning boards with cliffhanger ledges that competitors must sashay across, retaining the boards as they cross it before sashaying to the next board. Crazy Vertical Limit, 3 vertical limit ledges, second of which is requires a vertical transition and is rotating 90 degrees. Finally, Moltres, which is a buff version of Angry Birds. Okay, enough of me yapping. It's time to kick off stage 3. And if you somehow beat any of these stages, the last time it was beaten was by Joe Morovsky a few weeks ago. You win $90,000 because it's $10K for each obstacle, and it gets buffed next week. This man's kicking off is this man, who is his personal best on this course is 3.1, the captain, Makoto Nagano. And he does get a new personal best, but it's by 1 obstacle on Mount Beetlejuice. Next is the Salesman. I'm gonna put this over here. Yuji Urushihara. Now Borealis. He's bested by Cornus Alley. Matthias Noirel running next. Okay, fair. Nope, Mount Borealis. Hold on, he gets to the Heartbreaker. 3.7. And by the way, something I forgot to mention. Top 40 move on, and there's 15 eliminations. Unfortunately, Nagano is last. At the moment. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Mount Beetlejuice, but he's bested by the ring turn. He fails on the first obstacle. And suddenly, the captain is not in last.
Oh yeah, also Wington is a 3, so he failed on like the
He
easiest
failed on
part
a
of-
3. That's crazy. Oof. One of only 2 debutants left. Last member of that block, the beginning of the roster, Austin Barron. Now Borealis, best above the arrow jumps. Kemura knows what he has to do. Just gotta beat either the arrow jumps or Wingnut Alley EX. Meanwhile, Luke Beckstrand. Now Borealis, but he's bested by Donkey Teeth. Running next, Enzo De Ferrari Wilson, EDW. Taking on Mount Beetlejuice. And he reaches Monster Inverter. Wow! Enzo takes second from Yuji Urushihara. Next, though, is Karsten Williams. Taking on Mount Borealis. Cornus Alley gets around the middle of the stage. Takes 4th from Luke Beckstrand. All Kemura can do is lie and wait for his next turn. For his next run. Maybe it's the last for all we know. Ryan Atkins takes on Mount Borealis and is bested by the window hang. After save on the double steps too, damn. Kristen Balkheimer takes on Mount Borealis. Arrow jumps. Takes him out of it, though. Darkstorm right. From Mount Borealis as well. Cornus Alley. And look at that bottom two. Nagano and Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Kingdom Ninja Daniel Gill. Next. Now Beetlejuice. But he does reach Tit-Tot Clock. He takes 6 out of 12. Evan White. Next. Borealis. Oh, he reaches the Heartbreaker. I believe that would give him the lead. Normal. Max Garamore running next. And there's no way somebody clears this. If they clear this, they deserve it. Nox Garamore. Best by the arrow jumps on Mount Borealis. Isaiah Thomas. Next. Mount Beetlejuice. Saving on the cubes, but is bested by the dismount on Wingnut Alley EX. Damn. Next is Yuri Prokinin, sole representative of Russia. Mount Borealis, save on double steps and is bested by the arrow jumps. 9th out of 16 is not where you want to be. 15 eliminations. Vance Walker. Going for Mount Borealis. Cornus Alley, good enough for 4th. Not good enough to move on yet. A few spots away from the bubble, which reminds me, Evan White and Matthias Neurel are guaranteed to move on. Jake McClintock trying to get into that club as well. And Borealis. He definitely will. He nearly reaches the end of the Heartbreaker. Easily takes first from Neurel. Next is James McGrath. The Beast himself is bested by the second obstacle in Mount Borealis, the window hang. And it is a lot tougher than it looks. Gavin White. Mount Borealis, again, he's bested by the window hang. Luke Kemmerer knows what he has to do. Just gotta be either the arrow jumps or Wingnut Alley EX to guarantee himself ahead of Austin Barron. So he fares. Borealis. And he will reach Cornice Alley. Wow. Completely forgot to change his name. Whoops. So that means if Austin Barron is eliminated, Luke Kemmerer will be your best debutant in Omega 30. Anyway, here's Riley Porter. Oh, the window hang. Again, it's from A&W. It is a lot more difficult than it looks. Not that I would know. I've never trained for Ninja in my life. Appearance number 10 for Kane Casillas. He already has a new personal best. How much farther can he go? Not that much farther. Save on the window hang, but he's bested by the arrow jumps. 16th out of 23 is not where you want to be, Foe Dragon. Simon Brunner. Never mind. Well, at least, Kane, at least he did better than Simon Brunner did.
And a champion of Sasuke.
Oh, you are so right. Damn. Next is Colton Skusta. Nobody's attempting Mount Beetlejuice anymore. Bested by the window hang. Sandro Scheibler. Again, Mount Borealis. Bested by the window hang. Classy Ninja, Donovan Matoyer. That 0 minus is not an integer. Thank you, Ninja Machine. I can math. Finally, someone takes on Mount Beetlejuice and he's bested by the cubes. Damn. Jesus. So many people taking on Mount Borealis. Play Mount Beetlejuice, please. Olivia Vivian. Back to Mount Borealis, but she's bested by the arrow jumps. Kane Lemsack. Borealis again, arrow jumps. Because Mount Beetlejuice is maybe statistically harder. But if you want that to not be the case, just beat Mount Borealis. 9 obstacles. All of which are... Well, no. Taylor Green. Oh, maybe Heartbreaker. Taylor Green goes into the top 5. There's one thing she can do, it's keep up with the boys. Charlie Ball running next. Mount Beetlejuice. WIEX. WAX. I don't know. Leon Sharif. And we're right back to Mount Borealis. Donkey Teeth. 13th out of 32. It is good enough to move on. We're going to start seeing elimination soon. Cody Benaway nearly had his spot removed. I mean, the reason he didn't was unfortunately at the expense of Joe Coppa. Saving on devil steps, but he's bested by the arrow jumps. How much farther can he go? Good enough for 15th. He will be moving on. The Weatherman, Joe Morovsky. He beat this before. Mount Beetlejuice, saving on the cubes, but he's bested by WAEX. Paper Ninja, Sean Bryan. Back to Mount Borealis, but he's bested by the window hang. 25th out of 35. 4 spots away from, just a few spots away from the bubble. The last man to get into the roster was this man, Josiah Papel. Saving on the window hang, but he does reach Cornice Alley. Enough to reach the top 8 position. Next is Kyle Soderman. Oops. Borealis saving on the window hang, but he is bested by the arrow jumps. Joseph Meissner. Soderman just out in the top 20 positions. Meissner. Borealis saving on arrow jumps, but he reaches Cornice Alley as well. Ooh. Just in the top 10. Star of Yamagata, Tatsuya Tada. Borealis again, saving on arrow jumps, he reaches the flying S-grabs. First person to get there in a while. Only good enough for 6, damn. Next is Aaron Majiakomo. Borealis again. Oh! First to reach monster climb! He reaches 7.8. Holy crap. Easily taking first. If nobody clears, by the way, farthest, fastest wins $5,000. Ryosuke Miyoka, salaryman next. Borealis saving on the arrow jumps. He gets all the way to the end of the Heartbreaker. First elimination is Simon Bruna. Yoshi's next. Kyle Soderman's guaranteed to move on. Ryosuke in second. Ethan Gardielski running next. He wants to retain his Chatters Championship. But he's taking on Mount Beetlejuice. That is a gutsy move. He reaches the monster inverter. Good enough for 8th. And good enough to eliminate Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Donovan Matoyer is on the bubble. Soderman's still guaranteed to move on as we move on to Hans Hertz. Now Borealis. Heartbreaker again. Hans Hertz taking the number 4 spot from Matthias Norell. Eliminates Matoyer. Nagano's finally on the bubble. I'm actually very surprised that he survived that long. I think he did get a new personal best. Yeah, I think he did. Like Fortier, he was all the way in his debut appearance, Holiday Fair tonight. Now Borealis. Oh, nearly gets to the end of the Heartbreaker. Eliminates the only man who's beaten it in real life, Makoto Nagano. Gavin White's on the bubble. Soderman's still guaranteed to move on. Samiyant's running next. He takes on Mount Borealis. Oh, the flying first person in a while, to my knowledge, to fail the flying S-grabs. Interesting way to go about it. Eliminates Gavin White, puts Ryan Atkins on the bubble. And neither of the debutants are in the bottom 5 at the moment. Running next is Clément Gravier. Mount Beetlejuice. He fails on TikTok clock. First person to fail it in a long, at least in a long time. Maybe even in this era, to my knowledge. Eliminates Atkins, but Scheibler on the bubble. Running next, Amir Malik. More LMS. Mount Beetlejuice again. Saving on Wingnut Alley. And he fails on TikTok clock as well. Eliminates Scheibler, sorry. Oh my god, 3 of the bottom 5 are chatters. Damn. McGrath. Sean Bryan. Joe Moravsky, the man who beat this stage last. The reason this stage even got buffed in the first place. Gavin Obi. Running next. Now Borealis. Oh! Monster Inverter! Or Monster Climb! Second person to reach it. Gavin Obi eliminates James McGrath. 4 chatters left. Riley Porter's on the bubble. We're about to be down to 2 women. Ready next is Jackson Arados. Borealis, but he fails on Donkey Teeth. Oh, that might... I think that's good enough. 24th out of 40. 24th out... Where's 24th with how many... Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's good. Yeah, he's definitely moving on. He got 4 obstacles. Cutoff is 2. Riley Porter's out of it. 2 women remain. It is Vivian and
Green.
Taylor Green. Thank you. Jackson Arados just in the top 25 for the moment. Colton Schuster's on the bubble. Asa Reynolds running next. Mount Borealis. A save on Cornice Alley on the ledges, but failing on the flying S-Crabs. That failed there, damn. Alright, Schuster. Sean Bryan's on the bubble. Wait, hold on. Sean Bryan. Joe Moravsky. Kane Casillas. And I think it's Gardielski. I think Gardielski's going to retain his championship. Or at least, he's going to get close. Sean Bryan's on the bubble. Going next is last of the Folsoms. Last of the Barn Burners. His name is Phil. Now Borealis, a save on arrow jumps. He gets all the way to Monster Climb and takes second. Eliminates the Papal Ninja. 3 chatters left, and another one's on the bubble. Tyler Smith, the technician, going next. Former finalist of Omega. And he fails the window hang. He's out of it. Tyler Smith is out of the equation on stage 3. Somebody is happy about that. Yusuke Morimoto next. Now Borealis saving on Donkey Teeth. Oh, he nearly reaches Articuno. Easily in first after a save on the Heartbreaker and on Donkey Teeth. Eliminates Moravsky. 2 chatters left. 2 women left. 2 debutants left. None of them have been eliminated so far. Kane Casillas, a few runs away from being eliminated himself. Isaiah Thomas may be about to be eliminated himself by the inaugural champ, Jay Lewis. Okay. Failing on arrow jumps, eliminates Isaiah Thomas. Ballcamera's still guaranteed to move on. Actually, Kane Casillas might move on. So will Austin Perrin. Oh boy. Wait, is it just...
Yeah, they're moving on. If Charlie Ball's on the bubble.
Yeah, but... Oh my god, the champs are running back to back. Because Jay Lewis just ran, and now it's Caleb Bergstrom. Oh my god. Maybe Bergie takes on Mount Borealis to cap it off. And he gets all the way to the last vertical board of the Heartbreaker. And eliminates Charlie Ball. Casillas just moves on to stage 4. He easily gets a new personal best. No clears for obvious reasons. Let's have a look at our clear overview for stage 3. Miller of the stage was the arrow jumps on Mount Borealis. Mount Beetlejuice, it was the Wingnut Alley EX and TikTok clock. 2 women left. That would be Olivia Vivian and Taylor Green. Both right there. Two debutants left. Austin Barron. Luke Kemmerer. Two chatters left. Ethan Gardulski and Kane Casillas. The skin of his teeth. And two champions left. Running back to back. Jay Lewis. Caleb Bergstrom. Oh boy. We got a lot of showdowns in Stage 4. Stage 4, we may decide our new Chatters champion, our new women's champion, our best debutant, and who will make it the farthest out of the two champions. 4 insane 1v1s coming up in a moment in Stage 4. As you reach the halfway point of this grueling course, you see a floating island in the sky. Way up there rests your next challenge. Stage 4 is the newly adjusted New Babylon. It consists of 9 obstacles and is a mixed progression stage. A new obstacle in Prince of Persia, which I've never. From Muso, competitors run across the wall with two 90-degree turns while holding a rope, then use their momentum to jump to either the finish platform or the next obstacle. But it would be the next obstacle because it's directly into Deja Vu from A&W. Then is the Crazy Hill Run. There's back 3 obstacles, 2 angle platforms with a ring swing to transfer between them. Next is the Falling Shelves, the version from A&W 12. Essentially, swing edge before swing edge, and it only has 1 reverse grab rather than 2. New obstacle in the Board Drop from WNL. 2 pivoting boards that the athlete grabs the sides of for the first half and does a throwback style throw to the ledge on the bottom. Invented by Zach Akenstein, Shatter in Ninja Master's Discord server, which you can check out in the description. It is a 10. It is insanely difficult. And of course, Lethal Library, which is a tilting devil steps rig that becomes descending double books if they reach the fulcrum. And then jump from a super tray to a book slip. That caps off the vertical segment. And for the horizontal segment, I just realized there's a visual error. It's supposed to say Super Lumberjack Climb, which is essentially a mix of the Lumberjack Climb and the Spider Flip. And then the On Guard Ladder Zudon. A mix of the Salmon Ladder and On Guard, of course. So a Salmon Ladder, but with the telescoping bar. Walls of plexiglass on the sides that force you to telescope the bar in to reach the next set of rungs. Jesus! Finally, elevator climb from A&W. So I'm gonna pause for a bit while I fix this visual error. I apologize. We're gonna kick off stage 4. Alright. Now, with a fixed, no visual error, top 30 move on. I can't talk. Bottom 10 are out. Last 10 eliminations on this course. I can't talk. Ooh, 10 eliminations. And then on, you're thrown to the wolves. If you clear, you move on. If you don't, you're out. You gotta get past this stage first. If you clear this, by the way, you'll win $75,000. Yuji Urashihara running first. Bested by the Falling Shallows.
Hey, that's the obstacle he failed in Ninja Warrior France.
Wait, he was on Ninja Warrior France?
Yep.
I didn't know that, damn. I will say, hosting this series for as long as I have, I've learned a lot about a lot of competitors in a very rare way. Matthias Neurel. And all that because of a text-based game. Matthias Neurel is bested by Deja Vu. Austin Barron. First of the many showdowns we have on stage 4. Versus the debutants. Barron. He's bested by the board drop. Kemura knows what he's got to do. He's just got to beat the board drop. Or the first board of the board drop. Luke backscrambling next. Fails on the board drop. And again, board drop is a 10 if I recall correctly. It is very difficult. Enzo. Oh, and so is Lethal Library. Lethal Library is also a 10. Carson Williams. Oh, the crazy hill run of all things. Takes out Williams. Crazy hill run was a 7. A lot more difficult than it looks. Right, nope. Kristen Balkheimer. No, I was thinking Zach Angus. Balkheimer. Bringing next. Bested by Deja Vu. It's gonna be a lot of people. David Bergstrom right. Whoa, Lethal Library nearly gets to the vertical segment. Daniel Gill. CHR. Used to be 4.1, but it was moved to 4.3. Evan White, who was absent last week, is also bested by the board drop. 10 eliminations. Daniel Humble, as long as he doesn't get farther than Enzo,
Wait,
then
that's not Guillermo, not Hanbu.
Noxaguermore, sorry. That's my bad. I'm all over the place today. Gearmore. Never mind. And just like that, EDW is guaranteed to move on to the back half of the course. Croakton. Oh, the on-guard ladder. He takes the lead from Enzo. Vance Walker. I almost just digested him completely. Come on, Vance. Oh, the board drop. 6th out of 13. Not looking particularly great. By the way, Austin Barron's in the top 5, which is actually crazy. I've never heard of this dude.
He actually cleared the city finals in AEW 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, in the most recent semi-final episode.
Damn. Must be a pretty big name then. Vance saving on falling shelves. Jake McClintock running next. I digested them completely, and he made a save on Deja Vu and got all the way to Lethal Library, taking 2nd from Enzo and taking Austin Barron out of the top 5. Luke Kemura. Last debutant remaining. It's got to be the first board drop to be ahead of Austin Barron. Can he? No! Fails on the same spot.
I think he got there faster than Baron, though.
He did. He took 6th. Barron was 6th earlier. But neither of them are guaranteed to move on yet. They're 6th and 7th out of 15, respectively. Kane Casillas. Either he or Gardzielski will be your Chatter's champion. Casillas gets the Lethal Library, taking 3rd from Enzo. A Chatter in the top 3 is crazy. Olivia Vivian. Either her or Taylor Green will be your last woman standing. Lethal Library takes her out of it. A Chatter and a woman in the top 5. That's crazy. They are very strong. Kane Lepsack. Trying to get back to the back half of the course again. But he's bested by Crazy Hill Run. 13th out of 18 is not where you want to be. 8 people are already guaranteed to move on. Taylor Green, in order to be ahead of Olivia Vivian, she's got to pass the tilting double steps rig of the Lethal Library. Can she? No, board drop. 8th out of 19. She is guaranteed to move on, though. So is Vivian. And own Serif. Board drop. Oh, he's just guaranteed to move on by about 2 spots. Cody Benaway. Oh, that's a rough run, for sure. Save on Prince of Persia, and he fails on Deja Vu. He does not take last by a margin of a few seconds. And oh my god, 81 hundredths of a second difference between 18th and 20th, but it doesn't really matter. They're probably going to be eliminated soon anyway. Josiah Pipel is also bested by the board drop. He is guaranteed to move on, though. I think board drop might be the cutoff. Soderman running next. 22 runs in. Soderman reaches the on-guard ladder and takes first from Prokpin by 2 jumps. Joseph Meister running next. Bested by the crazy hill run. Not a good spot to be in, Meissner. 19th out of 24, just outside of the bottom 5. But he's just outside of the bottom 5. Tatsuya Tada. Oh! The star of Yamagata is bested by the last obstacle. 1 obstacle short from $75,000. But he easily takes first from Kyle Soderman. Kane Casillas still in the top 5. Still got Ethan Gardiolski to run later on. Majaya Como running next. Failing on Lethal Library, he takes Kane Casillas out of the top 5. But Hurricane's still in a great spot. Ryosuke
Yeah,
Miyoko.
he's moving on to your next stage.
Yeah, regardless. Kane Casillas, this is his first time reaching the back half of the course, by the way. Which is awesome. Ryosuke Miyoko, the salaryman, you know he wants to get back to stage 7. For the 7th time. He's going to stage 5 at least. He reaches the on-guard ladder. It's halfway through that. Ethan Gardiolski, if he wants to have a shot to retain his Chatters Championship, he's got to move on to stage 5. Also, it'll be Kane Casillas. Oh! Reaches Lethal Library.
He's moving on.
Yeah, he's moving on.
So yeah, it's gonna be a battle. Wow.
In stage 5 again. They both move on. None of the debutants in the bottom 5, to my knowledge. Hans Hertz also gets bested by Lethal Library. But he is in 8th. He is moving on. Lloyd Fortier. Oh! Holy crap! Fortier reaches the last obstacle. But Tatsuya Tada got there just over 15 seconds faster than Fortier did. It was close. Samyat. Oh, Deja Vu. Yeah, it's not looking good. Vance is moving on. Ballcomber's out of it. Cody Benaway's on the bubble. We're starting to see eliminations. Only 10 of them in this stage will occur. Clement Craviera really hoping to not be one of them. He will not. Benaway's eliminated. Graviera's in 6th. T.S. Noirel's on the bubble. Any of the debutants on the bubble. Still, no. Noirel, Samyat, Gerwar, Gil, Meister, all massive names in the global ninja scene. Amir Malik in his 15th appearance may eliminate Matthias Noirel in stage 4. He may not. It's gonna be close. Noirel's out of it. Samyat's just about to be out of it. Damn. Evan White's guaranteed to move on. Gavin Obi. And he's our first clear on stage 4 tonight. Gavin Obi wins $75,000. We are 34 runs in. And we just now got clear. And look at that. We're still at 2 chatters, 2 women, 2 debutantes. Still got both of the champions to run too. We may get more clears for all we know. Gavin Obi, $75,000 richer. Meanwhile, here's Jackson Erdos. Samyak's out of it. Samiyachi's out of it. Garamura's on the bubble. Gyarados running next. Oh, multiple saves. And he fails on the elevator climb. Eliminates Garamura, though. He has a save on the board drop, which is understandable.
Oh yeah, and it looks like the Alston Baron and Luck Hammer will move on as there are like 5 competitors left, and Yuji is like the 25 people have reached the board drop.
Oh
So,
my god.
with 5 competitors left.
Oh my god. Wait. So all of these showdowns, which we thought would be decided in round 4, are instead going to be decided in the back half of the course. That's actually crazy. Evan White's guaranteed to move on, which means unfortunately Yuji may not. Garamura is out of it. Daniel Gill's on the bubble. Asa Reynolds. That's by Lethal Library. Eliminates the Kingdom Ninja. Meister's on the bubble. And Amir Malik's in the bottom 5. Here comes the last of the barn burners. His name is Phil. Lethal Library. He does have a save on board drop. Eliminates Meissner. Karsten Williams on the bubble. Amir Malik and Yuji Urushihara might be eliminated soon. Karsten Williams will be eliminated first, though. Maybe at the hands of Yusuke Morimoto. Oh, no! Yusuke fails falling shelves, and he's currently in 29th. Oh, we're going to lose both of our champions. Or both of our Sasuke champions.
Yuji's moving on. He's 28 with 2 runners left. So Kaden and Yusuke are on the bubble.
Oh. And we got 2. The Sasuke champions may be eliminated or very close to being eliminated. It's either going to be the Sasuke champions or the Omega champions. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's actually crazy. A clash of the Titans, for sure. Williams is out of it. Kane Lebsack on the bubble as we move on to the champions. Jay Lewis first. He fails Lethal Library. Kane Lebsack's out of it. Yusuke is on the bubble. It's either going to be him or Caleb Bergstrom that moves on to the back half of the course. Malik's guaranteed to move on. So is Yuji. Will it be Sasuke's GOAT? Sorry, Sasuke. Will it be Sasuke's GOAT or will it be Omega's defending champion? And it will be Bergstrom. Yuji is out of it. Or Yusuke is out of it. Damn. And Yusuke is last to be eliminated. He was P31. Killer of the stage was Lethal Library by a margin of 4. So, have a look at who's left. Luke Kemmerer, Austin Barron, both of the debutants survive. Kane Casillas and Ethan Gardulski are chatters survive. Olivia Vivian, Taylor Green, the only 2 women left, survive. Jay Lewis and Caleb Bergstrom, the only 2 champions of Omega, survive. But unfortunately, it had to be in the hands of one of the greatest of all time, Yusuke Morimoto. But, with that being said, we are down to 30. And in mere moments, we're going to kick off the back half of the course. Stage 5 in a moment. Turns out, the summit of New Babylon was a portal. Anyone who enters it, is taken to an unknown region of space. At first glance, it seems to be just a bunch of floating rocks and boulders. But you notice to the 30 that remain, this is where the back half of the course begins. Stage 5 is the asteroid belt. It consists of 5 obstacles and is a rock climbing stage. First is the circle climb from Kosasuke. Horizontal wall traverse with circular protrusions for the competitor's hands and feet. It is a 6 and is very difficult. Directly into the Dino Wall from Muso. A bouldering wall that starts with the competitor running across 3 blocks to a large circular hole that ends with a huge upward dyno. Directly into steep ceiling. From Ninja Israel. A sloped rock wall similar to hang climb that the competitor traverses horizontally. It's a 5, but it's still fairly good. Mountain cross from, I believe, Irish Warrior. Competitors dyno across a series of 8 objects affixed to a wall. And this is directly into the final obstacle of stage 5, easily the killer of this stage, the magic wall. A rock wall on a tall rectangular prism that requires the competitor to cross the backside and climb up the face until it's backwards. 5 faces, the 4th of which is inverted. It is from Kunoichi. It is rated an 8. And we're at the point of this course where if you clear, you clear. If you don't, you're out. And with that in mind, 2 chatters left, 2 debutantes, 2 women left. So we move on to the back half of the course. Last week's clear rate. 30 in stage 5, 10 in stage 6, 2 in stage 7, 0 in the final.
I thought it was 5, not 10.
You are so right. That is completely my bad. Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix that. Hold on. Alright, now with the fixed visual errors. Now non-existent visual errors. We kick off stage 5. First run tonight on the back half of the course. For the first time in this era is Yuji Urushihara, the salesman. Next by Steep Ceiling, which is the easiest obstacle on this stage. Yeah, it is a 5. It's the easiest obstacle on this stage, and that's when he fails. And another showdown. The showdown of the debutantes, the clash of the debutantes continues. Austin Barron first. Oh my god, he gets all the way to Mountain Cross. So Luke Kemmerer has quite literally got a mountain to climb if he wants to become your best debutant this week. Luke Beckstrand. No, the magic wall! In his 15th appearance, he finally gets back to the back half of the course. Enzo's been in that position before on the asteroid belt. Can he do it again? Nope, circle climb. We are 0 for 5 at the moment. Last week we had 5. I don't think you can get much worse than that. David Bergstrom Wright. Trying to be our first clear. He will! Thank God we will not have a stage 5 wipeout. Next is Evan White. He was here before in tournament 23. Finally gets back and he's bested by Mountain Cross. 5.4. Denied again. A new person best. Yuri Prokinen, all he's got to do is beat circle climbing. Can he? Yes! And he's going to stage 6. 2 for 7. Vance Walker. Trying to beat stage 5 for the 15th time in his 29 appearances. Can he? No! Magic wall! Oh, no. He saves on that second wall, but he's bested by the last one. That actually sucks. Jake McClintock. How do you respond to that? Will fail on the Dino wall. Save on the run across the blocks, but he fails on the Dino wall. Last time. Very good. Luke Kemmerer. All he's got to do is pass. Was the slant jump of the mountain. He will be your best debutant. Your new best debutant is. They both failed at the same spot.
Who got here faster? Okay.
202. 203. So
Wait,
that
wait,
means Luke Kemmerer, by literally 1 second, is your best debutant for this week.
Wait. You said the placements in 4, 5, and 8 are gonna be determined by time you reach the obstacle, not by segment. And Luck reached the mountain cross in 1 minute, while Austin reached it in 59 seconds.
Oh.
So,
1 minute 28. Check to be sure. Just under a minute. So that would actually mean that Austin Barron is your best debut for tournament 30. Still both very impressive runs. Now it comes down to the chatters. Kane Casillas first. He fails on the circle climbing. Ethan Gardulski may have just done it again. And one time he gets to the back half of that. Olivia Vivian. And she, no! Denied again by the asteroid belts. I seriously need to nerf this. Again. Taylor Green next. Well, we know who your last woman standing is. That was quick. Olivia Vivian. And that is the 4-time. Olivia Vivian is now a 4-time last woman standing. Tied, there we go. The only woman who's done it more times is Taylor Green. And she just blew it on the circle. Leon Swift also fails circle climbing. We need to start getting clears here.
he's a rock climbing coach and fails the first obstacle.
We did also fail vertical in burst. Josiah Pet. Back to stage 6. Yes! 3 for 15. He saves on the magic wall. Kyle Soderman. Come on, dude. No, a save on circle climbing and he fails steep ceiling. Tatsuya Tada. Come on, not again. Not like this. Tada fails the magic wall. Save on phase 3 and he fails on phase 4. No! Majaya Como. No, he fails the same spot! Miyoga. Yes! We're up to 4 with 11 runners to go. Ethan Gardulski, all he's got to do is beat circle climbing and he will be your Shadow's champion. He will. Then fails the mountain cross, and that will do it for the debutantes, women, and the chatters. Hunterts fails on the dino wall. See, this is why I wanted to nerf stage 5. Look forward to yeah. Oh, he's moving on. Finally. He's matched the clear rate from last week. Jamal Gravier. And he fails circle. Both of the Frenchmen have just failed circle.
They both do climbing.
Both of the he's a climbing instructor. It says it right there. Oh no. Malik. Mountain cross. What is happening? Gavin Obi. Yes. We have more clears than we did last week. The most we can get is 11. Although with this rate, I doubt it. Jackson Erdos running next. We're up to 7. He's going to stage 6 for the 10th time in his career. 2990s, Asa Reynolds. Make it 8. Bill Folsom. Keep the barn burners alive. Mountain Cross takes out the last of the Folsoms. Ladies and gentlemen, there go the barn burners. Will either of the champions move on? Shay Lewis first. He fails Dino Wall. Caleb Bergstrom fails on Mountain Cross. Both of the champions are out in a matter of minutes. Oh my god. No matter how much I nerf this stage, this still happens.
Yeah, one more for if you're not a climber, you're definitely gonna receive a difficulty spike in climbing obstacles.
I am super nerfing this stage. Again. Bergstrom right, Procted, Hell, Bialka, Flucia, Obi, Erdos, Reynolds. Asa Reynolds technically the only member of the top 10, even though he's number 90. Caleb Bergstrom was number 3,000. Not a member of the top 10 last week. Killed the stage mountain cross by a factor by a margin of 2. These 8 are 3 stages away from the upper limit. Stage 6 kicks off in a moment. 3 stages. We have now entered interstellar space. As our destination draws nearer, however, the stars around us appear to be stretching. Rather than looking like little dots in the sky, they seem to look like lines. It's almost as if we're approaching light speed. Stage 6 is FTL, Forlorn Twinkling Lights. It consists of 11 obstacles and is a combo stage. First is Greased Lightning from A&W. Competitors hold 2 handles as they ride a short rope down the track with 2 drops. Jawbreaker, which I believe is the national finals.
Yeah, I think it's a national final.
Competitors hop a bar into locking cradles at a 45-degree angle, repeating that movement a total of 3 times. The national finals version is a 5, qualifiers version is an 8. Next is Ultimate Frisbee. Competitors build up momentum while standing on a swinging pendulum, then jump to the first of 2 spinning discs and lachey across. Let me check what I made the time limit for.
I think it was like around 70.
75 seconds. So that is visual. Next is Earth from Super Rider, but no bicycles necessary for this version. A big old freaking spear that you walk across. And that's basically it. But it is a lot more difficult than it looks. It is, and it is a 9. Damn, it got turned into a 9. Finally, Monster Box 23 from Muso, which is 8. Trampoline jump over a 23-box monster box. Since this uses a trampoline instead of a springboard, so the original monster box did this much easier. Time limit is 75 seconds, not 110. It is visual. Only if you pass that will you reach the untimed segment, Redshift. Minefields is a classic obstacle from A&W, a series of cones and cannonballs that you must traverse through. Sleepy Sidewinder, a Sasuke 39 Sidewinder with a spinning wall of pipe dream before it. It's a 10, it's from the Sharp 10. That checks out. Over, Under. Invented by Kevin Brecky. Competitors lachey to a bar which either tips forward if enough weight is put on it, or backward which affects the difficulty of the lachey to the next bar. Minefield directly into Sleepy Sidewinder, by the way. Nice paint job, thanks. Because I gotta make that joke every time. Competitors lachey between sideways rotating boards using the affixed handles. We went there, we went out. Pinch Border from Muso. It's a 9, assumedly created by Caleb Bergstrom. He's no longer in this tournament. Air Server, where the handholds are vertical limit ledges. There's only one very small hop in the middle compared to the usual Air Server. And finally, the dismount version of the lightning bolts from Proto Sasuke. Competitors hop a bar through tilting cradles. Competitors hop the bar from the front to the back of the cradle, tilting the cradle down at top, allowing the competitor to jump to the next cradle. Jesus! And this version also contains a pipe slider style dismount. Very difficult. 8 remain. How many, if any, will reach stage 17. Really hoping that this doesn't happen, but will we have a stage 6 wipeout for the first time since tournament 5?
Wait, also side note, for every tournament since OMEGA³, except for one, someone has always reached the back half of stage 7.
That's true. The only tournament where that wasn't the case was
Tournament 27.
27. Because it was just Myoka and Hans Herbst, and they both failed Hell's Gate. Anyway, stage 6 kicks off with David Bergstrom right, which, by the way, he makes his first attempt in this era, and he's 1 for 1 on the first 5 stages. Can he do it again on stage 6? Oh no.
Oh, wait. I think okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be right
yeah,
back.
that happened.
And we're back. Crisis averted. Long story short, combo stages in Course Creator are annoying. Anyway, for real this time, David Bergstrom right takes on stage 6, Blue Shift. Oh, so close. Just timing out on Monster Box 23, 87 hundredths. Yuri Prokopin next. This is his first time reaching stage 6 in this era, the 7th time he's done it in his career. First, he's gotta be Blue Shift. But he fails on Earth, and we're down to 6. Josiah Papel was the last man in this roster. How much farther can he go? This is his 5th time reaching stage 6 in his career. He would love to get stage 7 for the 4th time. He's got to be FTL first. Blue Shift. Can he? No, he fails Earth! It's because Earth is on freaking 9. We're down to 5. Do not count apparently. Salaryman, Ryosuke Mioka. Oh, he's going the red shift. First person to... Wow, it took that long for someone to actually freaking get to red shift. This is his 12th time reaching stage 6 in his career. He's trying to become a 7-time semifinalist. All he's got to do to pull that off is beat Redshift. He's beaten it before. He's been to Amalgamated Afterlife. Sleepy Sidewinder. Nothing he can't... Well, I mean, he wasn't around for Sasuke 39. Pinch Border. Nothing he can't handle. Lightning Bolts. The Salaryman. Saving on the last jump. He's going to stage 7. He's been to stage 7 times now. Earth being deadly all of a sudden. Yep, I mean... Judging by history, that's nothing new, but... yeah. We will have a semifinals tonight. We will not have a stage 6 wipeout. Mike Fortier. Oh, God. You best believe he wants to get back to stage 7. He's done it. He's beaten this before. He's got to be FTL again. Blue Shift. He's past Earth. He's made to Red Shift. Earth's probably going to be the killer of the stage. Whoa. Come on, Fortier. He is a 2-time semifinalist out of 8 appearances. He would love to make it 3. Redshift. He's been this before. You know he can handle this. Saving on the Lashade to the wall on the Sleepy Sidewinder. But he fails on the last pillar. No, Fortier. Oh. We're down to down to
4.
4. Thank you. Gavin Obi. Trying to become a 3-time semifinalist. He's got to beat FCL again. There we go, Redshift.
He's the Claxon, too.
Wow. 12.36. If he hit it 200ths of a second later, he would have had a 4-number straight. He's been to stage 7 twice. He once held the all-time progress record in OMEGA 3. He failed on the first beam of Island of the I-Beams. Can he get there again? And if he does, will the 3rd time be the charm for Gavin Obi? First, before we answer that question, he's got to best again Redshift. Things have changed a bit since he last got to stage 7, and he fails at the same spot as Fortier did. We're down to 3. Is this really gonna happen again? Oh, come on, dude. Jackson Arados, our only finalist, trying to reach stage 7 for the 7th time. Can he? Blue shift. Save on Jawbreaker. He's going to Redshift. May not be number 1 in the world anymore, but if I recall, he is still in the top 5. He is number 3. Behind only Gavin Obi, who just failed on the Sleepy Sidewinder. It is a 10. And Noah Munier, who was out of it on stage 1. So Jackson Arados, the only member of the top 3 left. He now faces, once again, Redshift. This is his 10th time reaching stage 6 in his career. If he beats this now, he will be a 7-time semifinalist. He gets farther than Fortier and Erdot and Obi, sorry. Lightning bolts. Can he get revenge? Yes, he can. He's going to stage 7. We've matched the clear rate from last week. Oh boy. 2 people in stage 7 for the moment. We could have 3. Only man left to go at this point. Former finalist, Asa Reynolds. Also, I love how... Who's the other one?
Mioka, I think?
Mioka. All of the 3 that remain are former finalists, except for Mioka. Reynolds. We're going to become a 5-time semifinalist. He's reached stage 6 for the 9th time in his career. 5 times in stage 7. Blue shift. No, he fails Earth! And just like that, we're down to 2 again. I'm telling you, stage 5 is a problem. This is a problem. This is the 3rd week in a row that we ended up with 2 competitors in stage 7. Mioka. Erdos. Erdos is currently number 3 in the world. Mioka, is number 8. 2 members of the top 10. Very strong in their own right, but... I mean, they've both been to stage 7. Only one of them has been to the final before, and now he's trying to do it again. It all comes down to this. Tournament 30 may end tonight in stage 7. Only a few minutes away from finding out. Stage 7 in mere moments. 2 stages remain. This is where things get crazy. Normally at this point, there's an afterlife theme stage, and that's no different this time around. But normally, It is a split decision upper body gauntlet. In this new universe, though, the realms of the afterlife have merged. So now, instead of having a choice of one of two upper body stages, now Mioka and Erdos must face them both. Stage 7 is Amalgamated Afterlife. Consists of 12 obstacles and is the most difficult upper body gauntlet in Ninja Machine history, to my knowledge. Devil books directly into Doorknob Delta, which is a mix of the Rumbling Dice and the Doorknob Grasp. First split decision is between Big Red Difficult Cliffhanger with multiple crazy jumps, or Vertical Limit EX, 4 ledges, and a backwards transition. Devil Roof from Taiku World, then it's Dragon Back. Capping off Dystopia, the Hell theme segment is 7 Circles of Hell, Ring Toss, Sky Hooks, Ring Jump, and Final Ring consecutively. And after all this, you gotta face Utopia, the Heaven theme segment. Epic Air Surfer from A&W directly into the Upwinder. Second and final split decision of this course between Cliffhanger Odyssey, rounded ledges, dropping ledges, slanted ledges, big reach up, you got it, you name it, it's got it. Flying Bar Triple Deluxe is a mix of the Noah's Ark, the Northeast Regional Flying Bar, and the Bear Trap. Island of the I-Beams is a mix of the Hinge and the I-Beams. And finally, only 2 people have been there. One of them is here tonight. Hoa, the Phoenix himself, a super buff version of the Kaleidoscope with 7 sets of progressively thinner ledges, the last of which is a slower grab requiring a cross grip. This is where shit hits the fan. 12 obstacles. Only 1 person has been past this point. One of which is here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd week in a row, we are down to 2. It all comes down to this. 2 athletes remain. They now face Amalgamated Afterlife, both of which have been in this position before. Ryosuke Mioka in particular. He was in this position a few weeks ago when there were only 2 people left. The most recent Sasuke finalist, the salaryman Ryosuke, where he said his name, Mioka. No more chatters, no more female competitors, no more debutantes, none of that. It all comes down to the salaryman and the NSC champion. They are 12 obstacles away from becoming a finalist, or in Erdos' case, a 2-time finalist. The first is Mioka. He now faces the Amalgamated Afterlife, starting with Dystopia. Devil Books. Last time he was here, he failed Hell's Gate. That is no longer an obstacle. It has been replaced with Devil Roof from Taiku World. He's got past Devil Books. Doorknob Delta. Hell's Gate may not be an obstacle, but anymore in this course, but Devil Roof is equally as difficult. Saving on the Doorknob Delta, what's gonna go for in this first split decision. Vertical Limit EX, nothing he can't handle. He was the first and only man to beat Vertical Limit Burst in Sasuke. He did it on Christmas, 1 ledge away from the back half of Dystopia. He's got it! Devil Roof from Taiku World. I cannot recall how difficult this obstacle is, but it is very high up there. It is leveled very high. It is an 8. Dragon Back. Devil Roof, nothing you can't handle. Ryosuke Mioka has the grip strength of a god. Can he handle 7 Circles of Hell? This is a new personal best for him, by the way. His previous PB was 7.4. He is on 7.6. Ring Toss. Done. Skyhooks. Can he reach Utopia for the first time in his career? First time in this era that he will have reached the back half of Stage 7, past the Skyhooks. Ring Jump now. Ryosuke Miyaoka. Got the first descent. Now for the descent. He's got it. Final ring away. And a dismount away from passing the highway to hell and approaching the stairway to heaven. Going for the dismount on final ring. And the salaryman has finally, or has he? Still going for that dismount. He has reached Utopia. Oh boy. At least somebody's reached it tonight. Miyaoka has bested the highway to hell. But now he faces the stairway to heaven. Oh. And is now 6 obstacles away from the final stage. He'll be only the second person to do so, the first of which is running right after him. In order to do that, he must beat Utopia. Epic Air Surfer. We've seen a lot of runs end on 7.7. Really hoping, saving on that 4th jump, is Miyaoka. This is directly into the upwinder. This is very similar in certain aspects to the start of Sasuke's 3rd stage, with the flying bar and the sidewinder. There are 4 pillars, and you must jump up in every single one. Miyaoka has beaten Sidewinder multiple times. In his 2 appearances, he's never failed anywhere before vertical limit burst. Going for the altitude limit. Vertical transition, he's got it. One more ledge. Can he get there? Yes! He's on the back half of Utopia. Flying bar triple deluxe. No! No! Ryosuke Miyaoka beats both of the vertical limit obstacles, but Bartek, clearly not his forte. I mean, he beat the pipe slider for God's sake, but still. And we're down to 1. But he's been in this position before. He's beaten this stage before. The only person to do so in this era. So honestly, I like our chances. 1 athlete remains. He's been in this position before. When all hope seemed lost, he stepped up and became our only finalist of this era. He is a 7-time semifinalist. He is an NSC champion, former #1 ninja in the world, Jackson Erdos. And if he passes Flying Bar Triple Deluxe tonight, he will be your last man standing. It is final, once again, final or bust for Jackson Erdos. Dystopia. Nothing he can't handle. If he does not pass the first segment of Flying Bar Triple Deluxe, Ryosuke Miyaoka will once again be your last man standing. It is either him or Erdos. Past Devil Books, making his way through Doorknob Delta now. Miyaoka saved on it earlier. But Jackson Erdos, no problems there. He's going for Big Red. First crazy jump. He's got it. One more. Removed. Second jump. Yes. On to the back half. Devil Roof next. Got the descent. Devil Roof is an 8. So it may not be a 10, but it is insanely difficult. Past Devil Roof, making his way through Dragon Back now. Now moves on to SCOH. Ring toss. first one. One more. Nothing this man can't handle. He's been past this point before. He's the only man in Omega's history to have done so in this era. Skyhooks. Got it. Ring jump. Got the ascent. It's a longer segment, so it is going to take a lot more stamina out of him. Now the descent. Going through final ring now. Miyaoka passed this earlier. Jackson Erdos. The track is no problem. Going for that dismount. Can he reach Utopia for the second time in his career? Jackson Erdos is going to Utopia. We have a 100% clear rate of Dystopia tonight. More importantly, we have a chance at a final. Again, Jackson Erdos. If anyone can do it, it's this man. We know he's capable. If I recall correctly, the last time he was on this stage, he beat it. No, I lied. Stage 26. Or tournament 26. He failed Dragonback, which was an absolute shocker. But he's back at it again. He's conquered his demons, and now he has a shot at the highway to heaven. 6 obstacles away from the final stage. But in order to reach that point, he's got to best, for the second time, Utopia. Epic Air Server. In order to become your last man standing again, he's got to best the Deja Vu segment of Flying Bar Triple Deluxe. Making his way through Epic Air Server, no problem. No rest points yet, directly into the Upwinder. He is number 3 in the world for a reason. He was number 1 in the world for a reason. We know he's capable of doing amazing things on a course. One more jump before that second and final split decision. Saving on that fork jump. What's he gonna go for? Altitude limit. Miyaoka cleared this. Can Erdos do the same? One more ledge. Saving on that third one. To become your last man standing, Erdos has passed Miyaoka. Making his way through Noah's Ark. Now for the Northeast Regional Flying Bar. Again, nothing that he can't handle. He is now a 2-time last man standing, by the way. Now for the Bear Trap segment. Can he get that Bear Trap maneuver? Yes! Island of the I-Beams. Oh my god, can he possibly pull this off again? You guys can talk, by the way. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I know. But I kind of have nothing to talk about.
It's okay. Got the second jump, second I-beam, and he has another shot against the Phoenix. Can he reach Ho-Oh? Yes! Oh my god, no way. Orange. Yellow. Green, we've been here before. Blue, we've seen this before. Indigo. Violet Kenny. Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes! Erdos has done it again! Oh my god! Of all people, it would be this man. The only person to have done so in this era. He did it 5 weeks ago in Tournament 25. And the 2 times that he's your last man standing, he gets all the way to the final. I used to pray for topics like this. Oh my god. He was number 1 for a reason. He was NSC champion for a reason. He was your last man standing for a reason. He was a former finalist for a reason. Last time he got here, he was a few meters away from the top of the P rope. The last obstacle on this course was the only one that bested him 5 weeks ago, and now he has a shot, a chance to do the impossible. It would be the most iconic thing ever if he consents tonight. Oh my god. Well, ladies and gents, we have a final. Stage 8 for the first time in over a month. In mere moments. One stage remains. And let's just say the Phoenix is not happy. Throughout these last 30 tournaments, we faced 26 realms, spanning across 3 different universes. Now in this final stage, we must face the wrath of the Phoenix in all its fury. Second time it's been attempted, your final stage is the third impact. It consists of 3 obstacles and is a tower stage. First is the speed climbing from Sausage, 22 meters up. Obviously significantly taller than its original version. Next is the cat grab from A&W. Headers climb up with a series of boards, holding onto the sides with their hands and pressing against the face of the board with their feet. The boards alternate sides, requiring the competitor to cat backwards to the next board. And finally, the last obstacle standing between this man and the upper limit is the P rope. It's split into 2 zones. The first is the blue zone. You are only allowed to use your arms. You are not allowed to use your legs. Only once you reach the gold zone are you allowed to start using your legs. 13-meter blue zone. 13-meter gold zone. 26 meters up. The last 26 meters of this entire course. We started with 100 competitors trying to reach the upper limit, and once again we are down just one athlete remains. They are 1 stage away from the upper limit. Standing at the bottom of the fortress is this man, who once upon a time became an NSC champion. He would later fail the last jump of stage 7 in OMEGA² Not only would he get his revenge in OMEGA3, he would do it twice. He is now a 2-time last man standing, 7-time semi-finalist, 2-time finalist in the span of 6 weeks. He is number 3 in the world, but at one point he was number 1. His name is Jackson Erdos. This is it. What it all comes down to. A showdown at the end of all things to decide the fate of an entire universe. It all ends in one of 2 ways. Absolution or Armageddon. Here we go. For the 2nd time in his career, Jackson Erdos faces the 3rd impact. The only man who's faced it before, and now he's facing it for a 2nd time. 22 meter speed climb. Good on time so far. 1.5 minutes left. He makes his way into the cat grab. This obstacle is 20 meters. Oh my god, he's already halfway through. Bear in mind, there's still the P rope left. He might actually just straight up clown this stage. Approaching the end of the cat grab, he's onto the P rope. It is 26 meters. You are only allowed to use your arms. You are not allowed to use your legs. With the 5 seconds and counting. Each zone of the P rope is 13 meters up. This might be close. 40 seconds. He's still got a few meters of the P rope remaining of the blue zone. 1 more meter. He's got 30 seconds and counting to climb 13 more meters of rope. He might not just beat this, but clown this stage. 8 more meters. 20 seconds. Erdos might become our new champion. It might happen. 3 more meters. The klaxon's sounding. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Erdos has reached the upper limits. He did it. He's done it. Oh my god. Every single champion, of course, and they're all Americans. He literally just did an Akiyama right there. He is a 2-time finalist. He not only beat this, but clowned this stage. 5 seconds left. Main character status, abso-freaking-lutely. The only bad thing is now, I've got to scramble to make OMEGA³. But Jackson Erdos, in the most scuffed, the most iconic way possible, in Tournament 30, he became your 3rd champion. Rip my sleep schedule, 100%. I mean, my work just ended, so I'm gonna have a lot more free time to work on OMEGA4, and God, I'm gonna need it. Sometimes in like 4 weeks, truly it's gonna be UG of Omega. It would be Jackson Erdos, wouldn't it? He is your 3rd champion. When all hope seemed lost, Miyaoka, literally earlier, he attempted on the split decision of stage 7, both of the vertical limit obstacles and beat them both. But Jackson Erdos did something far more incredible. He bested the Phoenix, he decided the fate of an entire universe, and he decided, no, this day, this universe lives. Jackson Erdos is your newest champion. But, next week, Everyday Clown stages started very late in multiple scuffs, bloodbath and scuffs. There's always been either an absolute massacre in terms of completions or in terms of just scuff. My God, what a way to end this era. Top 10 for this week. It is Vance Walker, Luke Beckstrand, Yuri Proktin, Josiah Pipel, Asa Reynolds, David Bergstrom White, Lloyd Fortier, Gavin Obi, Ryosuke Miyaoka, your new champion, Jackson Erdos. Until next time, until the next era, my name has been Caleb Coldcloud. On behalf of my co-hosts, Venny Kins and Donovan Lusher, and my Statsman Radium, fare thee well. And the next time we see you, these competitors prove that limits were made to be broken. Fare thee well.